Hey everybody, it's Jesper here. Following last night's race on the mountain bike course that I created, I've had a few comments asking me what exactly happened in the moment where Quentijn has crashed, and I thought I tend to do these reviews like on a bigger scale, like a race-wide scale. But why not focus on this one exact moment? Because arguably, this is where the race was made yesterday. The situation on the road is you have Nigel Doyle of Team CCC on the front, bashing out a new FTP, new best 20-minute power. And you have Quentijn, who's in his like 5th race in a row suffering. And this is the moment where he crashes. Quentijn crashes with 8 kilometers to go. So they've done about 10 laps. And he crashes, but puts him out of the race. Now, if we pause it here, so what essentially happens is that Rig Woods, who is like lapped, he is, how far down? He's in 10th place. So Rig Woods is here. That's Rig Woods. Then you have Quentijn and Nigel Doyle, which is this duo. They are 1st and 2nd, and they're fighting it out. You've got Tim way down. You've got Christian way down. Kayla way down. They're not really going to come back. The fight at this point of the race is between these two riders. But due to the fact that one lap of the mountain bike course, one lap from here to here, is roughly 800 meters, you end up getting these debris riders, such as Rig Woods, out in the race. And this is where it comes into play. So if we slow it down specifically, let's see. So now it is at, let's see if we can get it. So it's already slowed down due to the fact that it's an instant replay, but we've slowed down the instant replay as well. So what's going to happen is, because we're coming into Peter Kastrup corner, and Peter Kastrup corner is this very tight corner that if you go over, I think it's 38 kilometers an hour, and you can see Quentijn's doing 39, you end up sliding that way. You end up going out to this route and this route, and if you end up in the rocks, you will crash. Quentijn is going 39, you've got Nigel doing 37, and you've got Rig Woods doing 39 as well. And if you know Rig Woods, you know that Rig has a tendency to overcompensate, or actually undercompensate, I guess. He has a tendency to not break into corners, and he's not going to do that here. So we come into the corner, now you're going to see Nigel spins out. Nigel slides out 1, so he's at 37, he goes 1 out. Now, also okay for Quentijn, but this means that Rig Woods also now goes 1 out. And as that happens, Quentijn overlaps the front wheel and crashes. I am not sure that this is the way it's supposed to be, and it's the way it's going to end up being forever in CVRcade. All I'm saying is, the way it is now, the way it's currently functioning in the closed beta, is that if the first person in front of you slide out, and you hit your front wheel, I think you are the person that crashes. So, pausing it again here, after this race, I had a few of the Cycling Hub boys come up to me and say, Jesper, can you if this is the case, can you really make other people crash? Yes, that's the case. If Quentijn had accelerated a tiny bit, closed down this gap, he would have made Rig Woods crash. I think it comes down to right of way, and the fact that Rig is so much further ahead of Quentijn, it makes Quentijn crash. That's like, I'm not saying that I know that that's how it works. I'm just saying that's how I think it currently works in the closed beta if you're racing the CVR World Cup preseason race. So if Quentijn had accelerated knowing that Rig Woods is about to slide out, I think if you're listening to the broadcast, I think I do make a point of the fact that this is a pressure moment for Quentijn. He has to be aware, and I mean, obviously wasn't quite aware of the fact that this could happen. So again, Nigel slides out, Rig Woods slides out, and the fact that Rig Woods has right away and Quentijn hitting the back wheel, I think it's the fact that Rig slides out before Quentijn and Quentijn technically hits him. It's a difficult one. I'd love to hear everybody else's opinion in the chat below, because I mean, it's not one we see often. It's not a scenario that comes up all that often in Cade, and you can see Quentijn's reaction is golden. But how do you think, how should it be? How should the case be in Cade? I just want to start a discussion, because for me, this was the pressure point. This was the action point of last night's mountain bike race. This is how I saw it. Let me know how you saw it in the comment section below.